Remember when we were practicing a little bit of division and then we had to learn long division to help us to kind of find some roots or find roots easier in a polynomial expression? And somebody decided, well, can't we just use something like synthetic division, pretty much eliminate the variables and just work with the coefficients? And we found that to be a slick way to kind of help expedite things. We can do the same thing with systems. And we're going to do that by understanding and learning how to use a matrix. And I want to introduce to you an augmented matrix. So here I have a standard system, 3 equations and 3 unknowns. So in order to write that, or what I want to do is just write that in an augmented matrix form. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to write it with all of our x, y's, and z's, but just the coefficients. So I look at my first equation, I look at my x, my coefficient. Well, there is no x, so I have a coefficient of 0. Then my y coefficient, and then my z coefficient, and then I'm going to have a 7. So notice those are just the coefficients of my x, y, and z, and then my constant. Let's do that with each of the lines now. All right, so we're starting to build our augmented matrix. Again, I hope you see all these numbers they're the exact same numbers that are here or embedded here, just minus the variables. Then from there, I'm going to draw a solid line separating my x, y, and z coefficients with my constants, and then again to kind of box it all in. So here it's written in our traditional form, here it's written in our matrix form. And once we start to learn how to go from this form into our matrix form, then we're going to develop a strategy of how can we solve this. But first, we need to know what a matrix looks like so that we can learn to solve a matrix.